Hey there, it's BoardGameDave, and welcome to a new series for the channel called Keep It 100.
Keep it 100.
So, as of today, I have exactly 114 board games in my collection, plus 19 expansions, and with a baby on the way and a growing realization of how small our house actually is, it's becoming ever more apparent that perhaps I need to slim down the collection and
keep it 100.
as it were. So, each video in this series, I'm going to be culling 5 games from my collection by putting 4 up for sale on the BGG market and then giving 1 away. So today we'll talk about 5 games again, 4 that I'm selling and 1 that I'll be giving away. Now, if culling board games from my collection seems like a foreign concept for me in this channel, I might remind you that the second video I believe on my channel ever 3 years ago was a culling video. I talked about 5 games I was getting rid of from my collection, and more recently I posted a video I think of 10 games I was putting up for sale. So you'll be able to find those over on the Board Game Geek marketplace as well. I'll have links of course to all of that in the description. But anyway, let's talk about the 4 games I'm selling first, starting with a game called Cat Lady. Now, this is a really sentimental game for me and actually has a lot of meaning because, well, first of all, I love cats, as you probably know, but also, okay, bye. Also because this was like the very first modern, I guess, board game I ever bought. I mean, it is modern, but when I went to my friendly local game store called 6 Feet Under Games for the first time, this was many, many years ago, I walked in and my jaw hit the ground. I had never seen so many board games. I mean, in my mind, there was Stratego and Clue and Parcheesi and things like that, and Catan. But yeah, anyway, there was just wall after wall and shelf after shelf of all these amazing Euro economic strategic games, blah, 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 blah. I've told this story many, many times in the past. Anyway, so I was overwhelmed and I was taking pictures for like an hour of games that looked really interesting, but they were all really big and expensive. So being overwhelmed and a little bit, just overwhelmed with all the games, I saw this one, Cat Lady. It looked really cute and simple, and I bought it. My first board game purchase at a friendly local game store, and kind of the game that started me down this whole board game path, surprisingly. So anyway, it's a very cute, very simple AEG game where you put a little grid of 3x3 cards and you're collecting treats and costumes and toys for your cat using sort of like a row system. It's very cute. It's very adorable, very simple. So anyway, it's Cat Lady. I've played it a few times, but haven't played it in a while, and I thought somebody else would probably really enjoy this game. So anyway, that's the first game I'm putting up for sale. Cool. Poor Michael from Vsauce. The second game I'm putting up for sale is a game called Arceus Society, which just came out recently, and I was so excited to play this game. I was obsessing over the rule book and the theme and the mechanisms, and I was so interested in this set collection, card playing, track movement thing you do, and then the cards that you play go out into the supply for other players to draft from or take from. It all sounded very, very fascinating, and it's a re-implementation of a game called Ethnos, which is a sort of generic fantasy-themed game with combat, kind of dudes on a map style combat. And I really thought that I was going to love this version much more than, Ethnos just didn't seem super appealing to me. And it just really fell flat after 2 plays, and I haven't played it since. It's better with bigger groups anyway, but yeah, and then I actually ended up playing Ethnos and really enjoyed Ethnos, so that was quite a very unexpected twist. But yeah, Arceus Society, I don't know what it's missing. There's some sort of je ne sais quoi that the game just doesn't have, but that might just be for me. So Arceus Society is number 2. The third game I'm putting up for sale is a game called Crown of Amara, and this is a game I really truly do enjoy. My main problem with this game is that the theme is just so unbearably generic. So you are collecting resources in this very vague medieval setting, and you're working on cathedrals and pleasing the king and doing some trade for different resources. And I do like that you're providing housing for citizens, which is interesting. But and there's 2 different scoring tracks. Actually, I really do like this game. I should keep it. No, just kidding. Yes. So mechanically, it's a really, really solid game. It's uses an action selection mechanism with cards in your hand. So you've got these cards and you select the action you want to play and you put that card in the slot corresponding to the number of movements you want to take. And there's 2 rondels. There's the resource gathering rondel, and then there's like the city rondel where you go around and do things at the monastery or at the castle or whatever, building castles and things like that. So it's a very, very solid game mechanically, like I said. I really do enjoy playing it. I've played it solo several times. I did a solo playthrough on the channel, actually. You can check out if you want to see more of this gameplay, but really solid game. It's just really, really generic. I think that's what really kills it for me. And if I want a rondel, vague, medieval, generic resource collecting, castle building game, I'm probably going to play the Red Cathedral, which is a really solid small box De Vere game that has a similar theme and I think plays a little bit stronger. It's dice placement instead of action card placement. So anyway, really solid game, but I thought, oh, somebody else might play it more than I do. So there's Crown of Amara. And the last game I'm selling, which might come as a shock to a lot of you, is a game called Azul Queen's Garden. Now, please don't get me wrong. I love the Azul games, but maybe the problem is that I have 4 in my collection and I really enjoy the base game. I love that as a gateway game for new gamers. My favorite is Stained Glass of Sintra, the second game in the series, and Hannah's favorite is Summer Pavilion, the third game in the series. So this is both of our 4th favorite Azul, I think, and it's a longer game. My average plays of this, including solo plays, was like 1 hour and 13 minutes. So it's more complex than regular or any of the 3 other Azul games. And it's a deviation from the Azul, framework in a way. And it just seems a little bit too heavy for an Azul game. And I just don't see it getting to the table very often. And I even made a solo variant for this and did a playthrough on my channel. So you can find links to that in the description. So you can play it solo using that variant if you like. It's a great game, really solid, just fairly complex. So if you want Azul, but with a higher complexity level, this might be a good game for you. So Azul Queen's Garden is number 4. And finally, for the game I'm giving away, it is very heavy. It's called Trickerion Legends of Illusion, the big box. And this thing is packed with expansion content and 2 expansions, I think, inside here. This is like the be all end all deluxe, super amazing version of Trickerion. And this was actually very, very generously gifted to me from Jesse from Quackalope when I went to visit him, and he gave me this on the way out and the whole Final Girl series or whatever. So yes, extremely kind of him. And I have been able to get this to the table a few times. The problem with it is this is a very, very heavy, thinky, complex, long brain-burning game, and I haven't played it for quite some time. So that means, 1, I have to relearn the game, which is a behemoth gargantuan task because the rulebook is really heavy. Also, that means I have to teach it to some people or, refresh their memory, which is also another big chore. So as much as I enjoy it, and I've actually played it and taught it to Hannah and my friend Gary, I think, it's just a beastly game. And I do think I will play Trickerion again at some point, but I don't need it in my collection between now and then. And Gary has a copy too, which, makes me feel like I don't need to keep it myself. But it is a really good game. In fact, I ranked it 23rd of all the games I've ever played on my recent ranking of board games. So yeah, it's really high up there. Great game, but I think at this point I'd rather give it away. Since Jesse gave it to me, I thought I'll pass it along, give it to somebody else that might really enjoy it. So if you want this game, how about you just comment? Well, first of all, make sure you like the video and subscribe and all those good things. And then in the comments, just put Trickerion somewhere in the comments and I'll make you eligible for the board game giveaway, and we'll do the giveaway reveal I think next Wednesday in the evening sometime. So I'll have a link to that in the description. We'll keep it a US only. I can't really afford to be shipping this all around the world. It's also, again, a huge, heavy box. So shipping is going to be expensive, I'm sure. So anyway, yes, if you're interested, just comment Trickerion down in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed and that you like the video. And there you have it, folks. These are all the games I'm getting rid of from my collection this week for my journey to
Keep it 100.
So if you're interested in buying any of these games that I talked about, I will have them, oh my gosh, I will have them over in the BGG Marketplace, like I said. Find me over there, David Houck 19, send me a message. If you want to bulk several games together, that would be great for shipping. So keep that in mind. Again, if you are interested in the giveaway, just subscribe, like, say Trickerion down in the comments. If you have any questions about any of these games, let me know in the comments and I will absolutely get back to you. Please don't think that any of these games are not good games, because they are all really solid in their own right. Some of them are fantastic, amazing games, obviously. So, don't misconstrue me removing them from my collection as some sort of, non-endorsement, because I do really enjoy these games. So Anyway, with all that being said, hit me up on BGG. If you are interested in seeing my first call video from a long, long time ago, it's probably not very good and cringy, you can watch that right here. If you want to see my video I made earlier of 10 games I'm selling, and some of them are still on BGG Marketplace, you can check that out right here. And in the meantime, I suppose have a wonderful week. Take care, have a wonderful week, and happy gaming. I'll talk to you later. Bye.